All right, guys, this is a breakdown here of every single fight on the JDM versus Islam UFC 322 fight card. I'm going to break down every single fight, give you my prediction as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe, please. I have 6 subscribers. Hopefully, I can get to like 50 by next month. That would be awesome. But let's start it, right? Let's start where we're going to start, and it is right here. So we have the first fight of the night is going to be Vyacheslav Borschchev, who is one of my favorite fighters, versus Mateus Camilo. Mateus Camilo is a fighter from the Korean Zombie promotion, and he's a good fighter. He kind of got screwed on his opening debut UFC for the UFC. He fought Gabe Green, who was a 170 fighter, and he went down to 155, while Camilo is usually a featherweight, and he moved up to lightweight recently. So he kind of got screwed and got weight bullied, and he got tired and fatigued and got out grappled by a wrestler, Gabe Green, who is good and proven. He fought Ian Gary before Gabe Green did, and he's a proven UFC caliber fighter. And Mateus Camilo got out grappled and then got submitted in that fight, I believe, right? He got submitted. Yes, got rear naked choke. And now he's fighting Vyacheslav Borschchev, who's a striker. And even though he has an 8-6-1 record, he's a very, very talented striker. He's one of my favorite strikers of all time. If you want to watch a fight, you need to watch him fight Chris Duncan on Dana White Contender Series. Yes, Chris Duncan, who's a top 20 to 25 UFC lightweight, he pieced him up so bad. If you want to watch that fight, go find it on UFC Fight Pass. Go find it on YouTube. He threw 3 or 4 uppercuts on him and then slipped to the left and then threw a nice 2 that finished off Chris Duncan, and it was beautiful to watch. I'm going to be taking Borschchev. I think Borschchev should be favored. I haven't looked at any odds yet, so I think Borschchev should be favored. I think he's the better fighter. Next, we have Chepe Mariscal versus Pat Sabatini. Pat Sabatini is a very, very good wrestler, right? He's a very good wrestler, has very good grappling, but the problem is he has no chin. And when you have no chin, it's really hard to bet on you. But you know who's a good fighter and who's a dog is Chepe Mariscal. But Chepe Mariscal, the problem with him is he has no power at all. He's a volume puncher. Let's see the last wins. I know he had a nice, yeah, he Jack Jenkins verbal decision. I know he had a good performance, but you see how many decisions versus Ricardo Ramos decision versus Damon Jackson, another fighter that's very chinny. Damon Jackson, he couldn't finish him. Morgan Charrier couldn't finish him. Trevor Peake couldn't finish him. When he fights UFC and Jack Jenkins, it was a verbal tap. Jack Jenkins got injured, and when you see Chepe Mariscal fight, you know that a lot of pillow punches will be thrown. You know he does it. He throws a lot of volume. He doesn't get tired, and he's a good fighter. But Pat Sabatini is a very good wrestler, and so is Chepe Mariscal. Pat Sabatini, when he gets on top, he is literally a wet blanket. You're not going anywhere. You should just name him Pat Sabatinov because he acts like a Dagestani when he's on top. He's that good. I'll be taking Pat Sabatini. I think I haven't checked the odds. I think Pat Sabatini is the better fighter. I think he'll utilize his wrestling. He's a good wrestler. His striking needs work, obviously, but I don't think Mariscal is dangerous enough to really threaten Pat Sabatini's chin. And I think Pat Sabatini, when he gets Chepe Mariscal's back or when he gets on top of him, I think the round will basically be over by then. I'll take Sabatini by decision. Next is Malcolm Wellmaker versus Cody Haddon. I'm guessing Wellmaker is the favorite in this fight. Malcolm Wellmaker has very good power. Cody Haddon's a very, very good striker. The only loss he has is against Steve Erceg. And Steve Erceg was very polished at this time. He was 6-1, while Cody Haddon was just 2-0. This was in 2021. And Cody Haddon is a very, very good fighter, right? He beat Billy Brand, who Billy Brand, I think, fights on Team Alpha Male and Contender Series. And then he beat Dan Argueta, who Dan Argueta is a strong wrestler, and now he's getting a striker in Malcolm Wellmaker. Cody Haddon is also a striker. I think Cody Haddon is going to win this fight. I think Cody Haddon is a very, very good fighter. I think he's a top 15 bantamweight when he's utilizing his full potential. I think Malcolm Wellmaker has holes in his striking. I think he has good power, obviously, but I think Cody Haddon's the all-around better fighter. I'll take Cody Haddon by decision. Next is Roman Kopylov versus Gregory Rodrigues. Give me Gregory Rodrigues. Gregory Rodrigues just knocked out Jack Hermanson. And Roman Kopylov, he had a disappointing performance versus Paulo Costa, where Paulo Costa was using a lot of body kicks that really stifled any Roman Kopylov attacks. And Gregory Rodrigues is a good BJJ guy. He obviously he's won championships in BJJ. He has good takedowns. Roman Kopylov got submitted by Fluffy Hernandez in literally like 30 seconds. So Roman Kopylov's grappling is shit. But Gregory Rodrigues, he should get the fight done. He is the better fighter. I'm probably assuming he's favorite. I'll take Gregory Rodrigues here. Roman Kopylov is dangerous, though, on the feet. And Gregory Rodrigues has gotten slept by Bruno Ferreira. But that was a while ago. That was like 2 years ago. And it was a clean shot. And Gregory Rodrigues really, I guess Jared Cannonier knocked him out as well. But Gregory Rodrigues is a good fighter. And I don't think that Roman Kopylov can push enough of a pace to get Gregory Rodrigues tired. And I think that Gregory Rodrigues has a better chance of getting Roman Kopylov tired with his cage striking, right? When he's around the cage, when he's in the clinch, he is a dirty fighter, not in a dirty illegal way, as a dirty fighter, as in dirty elbows and nice knees and nice punches in the clinch and what's so not, right? Next is Bo Nickal versus Rodolfo Vieira. Rodolfo Vieira is a BJJ world champion. Bo Nickal is a great wrestler, won multiple national titles and the collegiate level in wrestling. I will be taking Bo Nickal here. I think Bo Nickal is going to be on his bike. I think he's going to jab Rodolfo Vieira. I think Rodolfo Vieira is not athletic enough to contend with a Bo Nickal. I think Bo Nickal is finally fighting somebody his size. Rodolfo Vieira is around, he's 36 years old, 6 foot tall. And Bo Nickal, I believe as well, he's 6'1". So finally he's fighting somewhere where he's not the shorter fighter. Bo Nickal just fought Renato Ritter, who just towered over him and made Bo Nickal look like a welterweight. But Bo Nickal, I think he should get this fight done. I think he should win this fight. Bo Nickal is a decent fighter. I don't think his striking is that good, and I don't think his BJJ is that good, so I don't think he should be wrestling with Rodolfo Vieira, but I believe he should be stuffing the takedowns and then jabbing Rodolfo Vieira when every single time he comes in and try to outpoint him. And I think Bo Nickal will win this fight by decision. I think that's a very obvious pick, right? Next is Gerald Meerschaert versus Cal Daukaus. Cal Daukaus just came back from the regional scene, right? He had a UFC stint prior, then got cut after he lost to Roman Dolidze. Then he went to the regional scene, got a couple knockouts, came back, beat Michel Pereira by knockout. Now he's fighting Gerald Meerschaert, who's 37-20. Gerald Meerschaert, GM3. This guy is the ultimate journeyman of the middleweight division, gatekeeper of the top 25, top 20. And Gerald Meerschaert is a good fighter, but I don't think he has it anymore. I think his athleticism has lost him. He's old now. I think he's around, what is he? He's 37 years old. And when he fought recently against, who was it? He got Michael Oleksiejczuk. Michael Oleksiejczuk was just put it on him. His striking was too good. And Cal Daukaus has really crisp boxing, and his boxing is nasty. He has a nice check hook, and he should be able to KO Gerald Meerschaert maybe in the first or second round. I'm guessing he's a massive favorite, maybe minus 300, minus 400, and he deserves to be so. I think he'll beat GM3, and I think he'll KO him in the first or second round. Next is Angela Hill versus Fatima Kline. Fatima Kline is a very good grappler, very good submission skills, right? She is from, I think, New Jersey, and Angela Hill, everybody knows Angela Hill, right? She's a spunky fighter. She has a lot of volume. Is she a good fighter? No. I think Fatima Kline probably is a massive favorite. I think Fatima Kline will win this fight. I think she's a good fighter. I think that Angela Hill is over the hill now, right? But no pun intended. And I think she just lost a lot. Yeah, she lost to Ismael Lucindo. And I think Fatima Kline is a next level generation of MMA fighter for women. And Angela Hill will just be overwhelmed by the striking, overwhelmed by the grappling, overwhelmed by a lot of things by Fatima Kline, and Fatima Kline is the better fighter, right? Next is Basinger Susurkaev versus Eric McConico. Both of these guys went to Dana White Contender Series. Eric McConico, he didn't go to, sorry. He beat Cody Brundage by split decision. He lost to Nursultan Rozaboyev. Yes, I remember this. He is an average fighter. Basinger probably is a massive minus 1,000, minus 2,000 favorite in this. Basinger is a good striker. He is very cocky. That is the problem with him. Do I want to root for him? No. He's too cocky for me to root for him. I don't like the way that he acts in the cage. I'm like, just finish him. If you know you're better, you're finish him. He had trouble with his last opponent, who actually wobbled him badly to end the first round, who is Eric Nolan, and he wobbled him badly. But Eric Nolan's a 170er who showed up on short notice because this fight happened. This fight matchmaking happened in 4 days after the Dana White Contender Series, and Beisinger fought a 170 Eric Nolan, and Eric Nolan was just too small for Beisinger in the second round when Susurkaev got on top and basically finished him with a rear naked choke. But he should win this fight. He's the better fighter. So I'm going to say Beisinger or Susurkaev is going to win this fight. Next is Aaron Blanchfield versus Tracy Cortez. This is a good fight. This is actually a good fight. I think Tracy Cortez has a good chance of winning this fight. I don't think she's going to get taken down by Aaron Blanchfield. Aaron Blanchfield, the problem with her, she's very unathletic. If you want to talk about a Ben Askren of women's division, it's Aaron Blanchfield. She's not athletic with her takedowns. She's not athletic with her grappling. I don't know if she can take down Tracy Cortez, who's a good wrestler herself. I think Tracy Cortez can keep this fight on the feet and try to outpoint her on the feet. But Aaron Blanchfield is a good fighter. Tracy Cortez, obviously ex-girlfriend of Brian Ortega, who's a jiu-jitsu ace. So I'm guarantee you they rolled a lot. Tracy Cortez has to be confident in her grappling abilities. So I'm assuming that Tracy Cortez, who's also part of that Fight Ready gym with Henry Cejudo and other good fighters, that her wrestling's on point and is going to be good. Aaron Blanchfield, I believe, is going to go for takedowns, but not be able to be successful. I think Tracy Cortez should outpoint her. I'm guessing Aaron Blanchfield is a favorite here, but I would not be taking her. I don't think Aaron Blanchfield. I like Aaron Blanchfield actually. I took her versus Jessica Andrade the first fight. I took her against Tyler Santos. I took her against Molly McCann. I took her against all these girls except Manon Fiorot. I actually took Manon Fiorot this fight because I'm like, dude, Manon Fiorot just too athletic, too much lateral movement. That's an actual issue for Aaron Blanchfield. She couldn't find her. And I think Tracy Cortez should use that game plan. She's not as athletic or not as talented as Manon Fiorot, obviously. But if she uses that and uses her anti-wrestling instead of her wrestling this fight, she should be able to get the win. I think Tracy Cortez should get the win here. Next, we have Sean Brady. She's probably an underdog, too. I'm guessing around like plus 200, plus 180. Next is Sean Brady. I just burped. Sorry. Sean Brady versus Michael Morales. I'm taking Sean Brady. I think Sean Brady's going to take down Michael Morales. It's a 3-round fight. I think 2 of the rounds Sean Brady is going to win. Third round will be sketchy, but I think Sean Brady will outlast Michael Morales. I think Michael Morales is a good fighter. He has good striking, but I think he also leaves himself open. And I want to check his wrestling, brother. I want to do that. I think Sean Brady must be a favorite, maybe like minus 145. I haven't checked any of these odds, so I'm not sure. But I'm guessing Sean Brady's like a minus 145, minus 150 favorite. He should be next in line for the championship. He's a very good fighter. He's a very good grappler. He beat Craig Jones by decision. So that shows how good of a grappler he actually is. Craig Jones is one of the best grapplers in the world. Michael Morales beat Gilbert Burns' last fight. He smoked him in a round where Sean Brady took all 5 rounds to beat him. And he's a good fighter, but I think Sean Brady is better. So I think Sean Brady is the favorite, and I think it's warranted. So I'm going to be taking Sean Brady here. I think Sean Brady is the better fighter. Next is Beneil Dariush versus Benoit Saint-Denis. Give me Beneil Dariush all day in this fight. Beneil Dariush is a very good scrambler. He's a very good grappler. I saw what Renato Moicano did to BSD, and I did not like that. And Beneil Dariush maybe doesn't have the ground and pound of a Moicano, but he has the better grappling, and we saw that when Dariush fought Moicano. And I'm guessing Saint-Denis is a favorite in this, maybe like a minus 125 favorite because he's younger and Beneil Dariush is older. But Beneil Dariush, if he gets past the first round of the punches, I think he's a better striker than than BSD. I think he's a better grappler than BSD. I think he deserves to be the favorite, even though he's probably not. I'm going to take Beneil Dariush. I think that's a good pick. Leon Edwards versus Carlos Prates. Beneil Dariush fought well also against Moicano, let's be honest. And Benoit Saint-Denis fraud checked Mauricio Ruffy. Mauricio Ruffy isn't that good of a fighter. People just like him because he reminds themselves of Conor McGregor. And not everybody's Conor McGregor, right? Not everybody's Conor McGregor. Stop thinking that BSD should lose this fight. I think Beneil might submit him or might just take him down and control him. or basically that's it. Next is Leon Edwards versus Carlos Prates. Give me Carlos Prates. He should win this fight. I'm guarantee you he's like a minus 300 favorite. Leon Edwards, I think, is cooked. I think it's over for Leon Edwards. I think he's just too patient on the feet. He's going to go backwards too much. He's going to try to implement the wrestling. I think Carlos Prates is good enough to stuff the takedowns and have this fight on the feet. And I think Carlos Prates is good enough to pressure Leon Edwards and force Leon Edwards to panic on the feet and throw stuff that he doesn't. And Carlos Prates will counter him and probably knock Leon Edwards out, unfortunately. But I think that's what it is. Leon Edwards hasn't looked good in probably 3 or 4 fights now. I mean, last time he looked good was Kamaru Usman 2. He beat Colby, but that wasn't even that great of a performance, let's be honest. Then he lost to Bilal Muhammad, and then he lost to Sean Brady. But now he's fighting again, and he's trying to get off the snide, right? Get off the losing streak. Carlos Prates lost to Ian Gary, but just beat Jeff Neal in devastating fashion. Jeff Neal's a really good fighter, really good boxer, and Carlos Prates basically dismissed him and knocked him out badly. Next is Weili Zhang versus Shevchenko. Give me Shevchenko. I'm taking Shevchenko. I don't believe in the Weili Zhang hype. I think Shevchenko is a better fighter. I think Weili Zhang, even though she's a winner, right? She wins a lot. I think her chin is not that good. And I think her grappling when she on her back isn't that good. We saw Tatiana Suarez take her down and hold it there. We saw Rose Namajunas take her down and hold it there. And I think Shevchenko is a better striker than her. And if she gets on top, she'll keep Weili Zhang on bottom and probably crucifix her like she always does to every opponent, or tries to, and then probably tries to get the finish. I'm going to take Valentina Shevchenko. I think she's the better fighter. I don't think this is even a question. Shevchenko, I mean, people say she's slowed down, but Manon Fiorot is a good fighter. Alexa Grasso, that loss wasn't good, but she slipped. She didn't slip, but she did slip in the first round, the first fight. She slipped, and she got capitalized with a nasty rear naked choke that was on the face. It was crushing her jaw, so it was nasty. And I think Weili Zhang, she showed a questionable chin. I mean, got knocked out by Rose, but Wan Jiaonan really wobbled her 3 or 4 times in that fight. People forget. People forget, man, that she got wobbled 3 or 4 times. I'm going to be taking Valentina Shevchenko. I'm guessing she's the underdog. I'm not going to look at the odds until tomorrow, but I'm guessing she's the underdog, and I'm going to be taking her. Next is the main event, right? Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev. I'm going to be taking Islam Makhachev to win. I like Jack Della Maddalena. I want him to win, but my brain is telling me Islam's going to win. I think Islam has the striking advantage. Crazy, but I think he has the striking advantage because Jack Della Maddalena dips his head every single time he throws a jab, which goes right into what Islam wants, which is that high kick or the Muay Thai clinch. That's what he's really good at, is striking. I think it's gonna break JDM. I think that Islam should get the KO. Islam's a very capable striker. I know it sometimes doesn't look technical, right? When he fought Charles Oliveira, didn't look that technical, or he's swinging wildly like he's Vanderlei Silva. I know, I understand. And JDM, he looks smooth, 6-punch combination, switching stances. It's beautiful. But I think that this style does not help does not help JDM, where he dips his head, tries to stuff the takedown because he uses a high frame and tries to keep his elbows tucked in, so then they can't secure the double leg takedown or single leg takedown and basically stop the momentum. But it's also susceptible to knees and high kicks. And Islam has a very fantastic knee and a very fantastic high kick. Either leg for his high kick for Islam. I think Islam's just a good fighter. He's looking big. Is he going to take him down? I don't know, because I mean, Jack Della Maddalena trains with Craig Jones, and Craig Jones is a hell of a grappler, and he has a beautiful stand-up game. Craig Jones does, and I guarantee you, he's teaching JDM that. JDM stand-up looked really good versus Gilbert Burns in the third fight. I mean, in the third round. The first 2 rounds, it wasn't the greatest, but when he got that butterfly and then kicked off the cage, when Gilbert Burns had the wrist ride on the far side, the far wrist, it was beautiful to watch. Need him in the face. I think that Islam is going to beat JDM, and that's my prediction. Hope you guys like this video. Like and subscribe. Thank you, guys.